is Ellen Birenbaum. I'm on the board of directors of North Fork Audubon Society. I've started a new program at North Fork that I'm really excited about. It's called Berries for Birds. I'm at the Roy Latham Nature Center and I'm standing next to a red chokeberry, which is a really significant berry-producing native shrub that has great importance for birds when they're overwintering. Interesting that it's called a chokeberry. Apparently the berries are not that tasty, but this tree does have the ability that the berries stay on the tree throughout the winter, and when there's nothing else to eat, the birds eat these red berries, and which apparently are not very tasty, and that's why they call it a chokeberry. Sweet fruits predominate in the spring, for example, on our native Serviceberry, wild cherry, and mulberry trees. Fall migrating birds require fruits high in fatty acids, available then on Spicebush, Magnolia, Sassafras, and flowering dogwoods. Many fall fruits have lower lipid contents but are less prone to turn rancid and rot on the plant. These fruits, available even later in the fall, are found on mountain ash, hawthorn, and Cranberry Viburnum. Persistence fruits, such as Bayberry, are also vital for early spring migrants, as the yellow-rumped warbler and tree swallows, during a time when cold limits their typical diet of flying insects. Plants that depend on birds to disperse their seeds produce brightly colored fruits and leaves that attract birds. Virginia creeper, wild grape, sassafras, and gray dogwood don't have colorful fall fruits, but their bright spread stems and brilliant fall leaves attract birds when their fruits ripen. The small fruit size of most plants and shrubs are the perfect size for a bird's open mouth. Fruits ripen when bird migration reaches its peak. The berries of invasive species are much higher in sugar and have very little fat content. So that if there are only invasive berries available in the fall, birds are deprived of one of their major sources of energy for migration and overwintering. Doug Tallamy's book, Nature's Best Hope, a new approach to conservation that starts in your own backyard, is a solution to the loss of habitat that birds so depend on. Doug Tallamy proposes that all of us become a solution to the problem of habitat loss, that we all plant native shrubs and trees in our own backyards and on our own property, to help ecological diversity, to help insects, and to help birds. Fork Audubon is collaborating with Homegrown National Park, but in a very special way. Our program is to encourage everyone on the North Fork to plant native berry-bearing shrubs and trees, and thus support migration and overwintering birds. Please join North Fork Audubon Society Berries for Birds effort to plant native berry-producing trees and shrubs in your own backyard. By doing so, you will be part of the solution of habitat loss on the North Fork.